Alright, YouTubers, Buzz is back. Maybe. My neighbor is like the coolest dude in the world. It can fix most anything, and he spent a lot of time working on this because it hasn't been running right. He replaced the fuel lines in it. He found a little fuel filter that goes inside the tank for it. He took the carburetor apart a bunch of times. Inside that carburetor, I guess there's 3 flaps that almost look like tiny little gaskets. And he said they're just not quite right. He's fiddled with them a lot. It's running better, but still it's being a pain. So I brought it along on the trip just to see how well it will do. And it looks like we might have to get a new carburetor. I guess a kit for it is about 20 bucks, and you can get a whole new carburetor for him for 40 bucks. But I'm gonna see if I can run it a little bit. Full disclosure, I've already been fighting and cursing with it, so I think it's gonna need the new carburetor. It ran well for a little bit. It just dies. It's bizarre. Like I said, he can fix anything, and this thing had him kind of frustrated, but the kind of person that likes to be frustrated because he likes the puzzle and trying to fix it. I'll see if I can run it a bit. So I pretty much gave up on Buzz for this trip. It just drives me crazy. Just won't stay running. And again, my neighbor, he's one of those older guys that just loves tinkering with small engines. He'll knock on my door just to ask me to fix my mower. Swear to God, he's just like, oh, last time I heard your mower, it sounded like it could use a little bit. And I don't know if he just wants to be out in his shed away from his wife or what, but he just loves tinkering with stuff. So when he messed with this for a couple days, and then right away he thought he had it good, but just couldn't get it running the way either of us wanted to. I rode it a little bit at the house and then figured, okay, I'll take it on this trip and see how it does. And I pretty quickly gave up on trying to fiddle with this thing. It became quickly very frustrating. So when I get back, he'd already said he found where he can order me a new carburetor. So I will probably just go ahead and let him order that carburetor, pay him obviously, and give him some more enjoyment from fiddling and maybe hiding from his wife outside. But for now, you're not going to see any more of Buzz on this trip, but maybe on the next trip. Let's see what else was going on. Just a couple quick things on this. This is my camper neighbor's Shasta. I thought it was one of those nice classic Shastas. They're pulling it with a Coach House Class B. But actually, they just bought this. This is a 2015. He said Shasta calls this a reissue because it is almost identical to the old ones. Apparently they made 1,941 of them, to commemorate the old Shastas. And they put some new fangled updates, but pretty much the exact same layout. Just sharing that I'm really still happy with the Anser satellite dish, working great. Next thing I'm going to show you was on a rainy day, but I was picking 85% connectivity. It works great. Even in a pretty good rain we got going, it still is getting about 50% signal, so I can watch it. I've been really happy with the Anser dish. It actually does almost as well as my home dish does. I mean, it's raining really good right now, and it's still picking up a decent signal.